I want to get this out of the way right now. I am a graduate of Stanford University, and my parents bribed no one. They didn't have to. They had pictures of the dean with a sheep.
Why, hello there, and welcome once again to Comedy from Home. This is the comedy show that comes to you from my office right here in my home in Southern California. I am your host, Don McMillan. Thank you for joining me today. Thanks for being here. It's so great to see you. Well, you can't actually see me. Thanks for seeing me, assuming that you are seeing me. I guess you are if you're watching this, but I can't actually see you, and I can't hear you laugh, which is why it's called Comedy from Home, because I hope this is funny. I don't really know because I can't hear you laugh. Today, you've come on a great day because it is Joke Day. And what's a joke? Well, to us comics, a joke is a joke that you can remember and tell to your friends. You can share. It's kind of out in the world. You release it and it changes and grows. It's a joke, right? Because in my act, it's not really jokes. People say all the time, "Hey, you went to see Don McMillan? How was he? What jokes did he tell?" And they go, "Well, he talked about this and that, and there weren't any really jokes, but it was funny." And they can never remember a joke. But I do write jokes, and today I'm going to share them with you. Please share them with other people. These are meant to be free in the world. By the way, that opening clip, that was a live comedy club. Yeah, and they're starting to open with real laughs and real people. It's so exciting. I got my first one next week. Oh, and maybe this Comedy from Home, I'm going to keep doing it, but it's so good. So good to hear your actual laughs. But let's get today's Comedy from Home segment with some jokes. I have 4 of them. 2 short ones, a medium one, and a long one. I like a long story joke. You remember? And they're just meant to be shared. Okay, they're not great jokes. I wrote them, but they're out there. They're going to get better. I'm going to release them in the world, and they're going to get better. I know they are. You're gonna change them. By the time I hear them again, they're gonna be a completely different joke and a better joke than I ever wrote. So that's my idea. So the first one, I love walk into a bar jokes. Like anything that walks into a bar can be funny. So this one, Ariel, you know the font Ariel, and Times New Roman. They're friends. They hang out. They go to this font bar where all the fonts go, and they walk in and they say to the bartender, "Can we have a couple of beers?" And the bartender says, "Oh no, we don't serve your type here." Come on, that's a great font joke. That's a great font joke. Okay, font people love that joke. Okay, here's another one. This one's really nerdy, especially for engineers. Okay, so an antenna, I like to put it, a couple of antennas. They're on adjoining houses, and they spot each other and they fall in love. And these antennas decide they want to make little bitty antennas, so they want to get married. So these antennas, they get married. It's so nice seeing antenna love. And I went to the wedding actually. The ceremony was only okay, but the reception was terrific. Yeah. Antennas, come on! That's a funny joke if you're an engineer. Antennas, reception. All right, now a slightly longer joke, and yet just as nerdy, which I love. We're going to go back to the bar. Okay, so 2 data packets. Yes, data packets. All right, we're talking communications, telecommunications. 2 data packets. Walk into a bar, and the server, see right there, that's funny. He's a server. The bartender's a server. Data packet. Oh, God, that's a funny one. Server. Bartender. The server says to the data packets, I really shouldn't serve you guys. You need to go out to the browser soon, and, I don't want to corrupt you. And the data packet, one looks at his friend and goes, "Oh, I'm not going anywhere. Give me a shot of tequila right now." And his friend looks at me and goes, "You're not going anywhere. What's the problem?" He goes, "Oh, I've got a parity error." And his friend looks at him and goes, "I thought you looked a bit off." Now, come on. A parody error joke doesn't get better than that. Come on. Even that joke isn't that funny. It's got error correction, so it will get funnier. That joke will get funnier. And finally, I wrote this joke. This is my favorite joke that I ever wrote. It's a long story joke, but it is my favorite joke. It was written for the American Association of Civil Engineers, ASCE, American Society of Civil Engineers, ASCE, national meeting a couple years ago. They were civil engineers, electrical engineers. Well, these were all civil engineers, but I'm an electrical engineer. My dad was a mechanical engineer, so I wrote a joke kind of to suck up to the civil engineer. So here you go. An electrical engineer, a mechanical engineer, and a civil engineer are in a car, and they're driving over the George Washington Bridge at rush hour. And right in the middle of the bridge, smack dab in the middle of the bridge, the car just stops. The engine just shuts down, the car stops, huge traffic jam, there's people beeping their horns, get out of the way, come on, what's the problem? So the engineers all look at each other, who's to blame? So they both look at the electrical engineer and goes, "Hey, don't look at me, buddy. Hey, I designed the electrical system in this car. The computer was working. All the parts are good. I guarantee it. This was not my fault." So the electrical engineer and the civil engineer look at the mechanical engineer. "Well, how about you, buddy?" He goes, "Well, I designed the drivetrain. I know this car is perfect. It is not my fault." And the electrical engineer and mechanical engineer both look at the civil engineer and goes, well, what about you? And the civil engineer goes, don't look at me. I designed the bridge and it's still working. That really sums up the difference between electrical, mechanical, and civil engineers. One of my favorite jokes of all time. So I hope you enjoyed those 4 jokes. Please play this back, write them down, share them with your friends, improve them. I want to see them grow. I want to see them go out in the world and get better. Jokes can always get better. They can ripen. It's going to come back to me. Somebody's going to send me that joke today. It's going to be slightly different and probably better. So that's my dream. In the meantime, there's another clip coming up with live comedy with real people laughing. So I'm pretty sure those ones are funny. In the meantime, stay safe. Keep laughing. Here comes your video.
But did it surprise anybody that that kind of cheating went on? Anybody? No. Come on. When I was in college, everybody knew that happened. Like, there was always one guy. He's usually named Todd. Right? And Todd would like party all the time and drink and fail all his tests and like, how the hell did Todd get into school? And my friends would go, you know the Holzinger Library? That's Todd Holzinger.